Would you pay $3,200 for a dinner, a group photo, and the chance to be one of the overpaid extras at Meghan Markle's Australian wellness weekend? The answer is obvious. No. Australians straight up called that price tag highway robbery. Looks like they'd probably chip in just to keep her from showing up. Welcome to a brand new South Park-style parody. Let's go. Hey, everyone. In mid-April, the Sussexes will be back on tour. This time they're planning another faux-royal tour of Australia. Meghan's headlining a women's wellness retreat in Sydney called Her Best Life. And word is, she's pocketing around $1 million for one night. Meanwhile, Harry's off to Melbourne to keynote a summit on workplace stress and burnout. Seriously? They're both experts now? This is the most expensive stand-up duo in history. Nobody's throwing money at them in the States anymore, so they bolted to the other side of the world. So, Meghan's role? Pretty much the same as always. She'll get on stage and serve up her signature blend of female empowerment, personal journey, resilience, overcoming adversity, the usual word salad routine. Sounds inspiring, until you find out what it costs to get in. The ticket price, let's just say, brace yourself, $3,200 Australian dollars. VIP package, of course. $3,000 for a night where Meghan says authentic 10,000 times? For that money, the Duchess won't just share her secrets for living your best life. She'll even let you be in a group photo with her. And yes, a group photo. A personal one-on-one with the Duchess. Don't even think about it. Also on the schedule, morning yoga, a session with a psychologist, meditation, manifestation, sound healing, poolside relaxation, and a sunset disco. The whole thing is packaged as some big women-supporting women's spiritual moment. Like this weekend was designed for an Instagram feed, not for actual human beings. As a nice little bonus, guests have been promised an exclusive gift bag from Meghan, probably a couple jars of fruit spreads and flour sprinkles that have been collecting dust in a Montecito warehouse. And for the night, you get an ocean view room. Sounds great, until you find out it's double occupancy. That's right, your roommate is a fellow wellness superfan. This isn't a VIP weekend, it's a punishment. Pay that kind of cash to hang out with a former secretary from Suits? I'd rather spend it on decent grub and beer. For context, dinner with George Clooney goes for $10,000 to $60,000, but the Sussexes apparently decided they're worth more than George Clooney. Apparently there were no takers, so now they're practically selling dinner with the Duchess wholesale at $3,000 a head. From $100,000 down to $3,000, that's a 97% markdown. You don't even get that on Black Friday. And by the way, $3,200 is actually a discount. Late last year, the Sussexes auctioned off a private dinner with the two of them for $100,000 a seat, $100,000. Here's the irony. Back in 2018, during her first royal tour down under, Meghan, according to palace staff, actually complained, "I can't believe I'm not getting paid for this." And when she saw the crowd outside the Sydney Opera House, she asked her team, "What are they all doing here?" "It's silly." They had to explain that people showed up out of respect for the monarchy. Well, fast forward 8 years, and problem solved. Now she's getting paid. The only thing is, this time around, there probably won't be a line to see her. She's come a long way, from the balcony of Buckingham Palace to selling fruit spreads. Inspiring. Now, Harry, his Australian mission won't disappoint either. In Melbourne, he's set to be the keynote speaker at a summit on psychosocial safety in the workplace. You know, stress, burnout, protecting employees' mental health. Picture this. People who deal with toxic bosses, deadlines, overtime, and the constant fear of getting fired every single day. And standing in front of them is a prince who's never worked a regular office job a day in his life, seriously explaining how to handle pressure at work. Classic setup. She's selling jams and her life story. He's selling sympathy and the fight against burnout. Both events cost about as much as a decent vacation. This ginger dude wrote in his memoir that he talked to a toilet. The only lectures he should be giving are on how to tie his shoes. His only qualification is his title. At that point, they could have sent my cat to the summit. The Australian Prime Minister is ready to provide the Sussexes with full security on the taxpayer's dime. We're talking motorcades of 5 or 6 cars, sirens, flashing lights, the whole thing. And that's where locals have a very simple question. If this is a private visit by 2 regular people, why turn it into a near-royal tour? Private visit means pay your own way. No government security, no motorcades, none of this expensive spectacle. You chose to be regular tourists? Then travel like regular tourists. It's gotten to the point where locals launched a petition demanding not a single cent of public money go toward this visit. Keep it down, or Harry's gonna find out about the petition and sue every single person in Australia. He loves that stuff. Yeah, because apparently a petition counts as invading his privacy now. And here's the kicker. Australia was actually expecting different guests. Last September, Australia's Prime Minister invited William and Kate, actual working royals, to visit the country. William and Kate haven't been to Australia since 2014, so Australians have been waiting 12 years. They haven't confirmed, but the Sussexes already booked their flights, and they're getting there first. Australia ordered a steak and got a veggie burger. By the way, after the Netflix split, Meghan reportedly turned to Kris Jenner for help, the Kardashian momager herself. Kris is quietly helping Meghan land projects on Hulu, the very platform where the Kardashians' show airs. After all, Kris knows the streaming business better than anyone. $10 says she lasts a week with Meghan, tops. And it looks like they've already found their first project. A full camera crew is heading down under with the Sussexes. After the Netflix split, they desperately need new content, and the country makes the perfect backdrop. They're planning a travel show, a glossy documentary where they travel around the country, eat local food, take in the scenery, and, of course, grace the locals with their mere presence. The Sussexes themselves are calling it a love letter to Australia. Dude, 2 events weren't enough. They decided to turn the whole trip into a show, starring themselves, obviously. Here's what matters, though. This isn't just about a couple of events and a lifestyle show for the Sussexes. This whole trip is basically a test run. Can they sell their brand somewhere new? Experts aren't sugarcoating it. Their projects didn't take off in America, so now they're shopping for a new audience. Meghan is launching her as ever brand outside the US for the very first time, and she picked Australia over Britain for the debut. Apparently, nobody on her husband's home turf is buying fruit spreads from Montecito. So what do you think? Will Australia save the Sussexes, or will it turn into their biggest flop yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next episode. Oh hey, I heard everything's upside down in Australia. So if the Sussexes are going down, does that mean they're actually going up over there?